welcome to another travel edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Where are we, my love?
Come on in. This is room 210 at the Hyatt place in Moab, Utah. Beautiful Moab, Utah. This is your standard room, and these corner couches, which again, we need to let you know, we spent the night here, so it is not in the same shape as when we walked in. It was absolutely immaculate. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm giving it a 5 for cleanliness, and you guys know that I am really a stickler there. If there's one thing out of place, I ding it. But this was really, really clean. And also, this is a redo. We've stayed here several times, and the hotel's not that old. It's maybe, what, 2 years old, I think, Jeffrey?
Yeah, they just keep building new hotels here. It's incredible.
It's incredible. And we're doing a redo for a couple of reasons. First of all, with time, hotels can get better or worse. We think they're getting better. Also, when we did the last review, our room was in the front of the hotel. And although they consider that a mountain view because you're looking at the mountains, it's also right on the main road, which is very loud. And again, as Jeffrey said, they're building so much here that it's very noisy, and we had a terrible night's sleep during that stay. This time we're on the back side of it, and it was so quiet. In fact, we're the first room off the elevator, which is always a little off-putting for me because I keep thinking it's going to be noisy. I heard nothing last night from the hotel, the walls, or outside.
Yeah, it was great. I'm going to take a scan out there. And as Karen said, when she says noisy, not their fault. This is, if you know Moab, it's known for its, and you can't really see out here, but they have little fire pits down below. They've got a setting up out there for some kind of breakfast with some veterinarian group. But the Moab is all four-wheeling, so lots of ATVs and Jeeps, and so some of them are tricked out and they make a lot of noise. So, you know, that's the kind of place it is. It's really cool, by the way.
It's beautiful. Put it on your bucket list. It is a huge family destination. This is your standard 2-queen bedroom. Normally we would take a king, but we booked this on our way here last night. This is what was available, and as it turned out, it worked out perfectly because, again, people want the mountain view. We were so happy to not have a view and have a quiet night's sleep. So think about that. If you're paying extra for that mountain view here, I would suggest asking to be on the fire pit side and paying less. We didn't have a choice. I believe the rates last night were over $400 a night, which is super expensive for a Hyatt place, because Hyatt place is really, you know, at the low level, maybe a category 2 in the Hyatt food chain. But this is, I mean, Jeffrey's looking at me.
No, I'm just now saying keep me honest, because I think we looked at the competitors around here, because there's a lot of new hotels, a lot of Marriotts and others.
Right.
And I think this was one of the lower priced hotels, because I think, keep me honest, but I think 600 and change I saw in a lot of in the app.
It can really go sky high here in Moab because it is such a big popular destination for hiking and biking and ATV. And again, families are really coming here in droves to experience this absolutely gorgeous gem here in Utah. And you're absolutely right. However, when we finally booked last night, because we hadn't decided if we were leaving yesterday or today, this was one of only 2 hotels available.
Hence the high prices.
Hence the high prices.
That's supply and demand. That's the way it works for those of you that took economics.
Yes.
Supply and demand. If there's a lot, small supply, high demand, price goes up.
Exactly. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 in cleanliness. The bed comfort, again, we would have preferred a king because we like the extra space, but because of the last minute booking, this is what we had, and the beds were so comfortable. And again, I am a pillow fanatic, and I know that's super personal because I love pillows that are squishy. Jeffrey likes pillows more foam-like, but I've got to tell you, I had a great night's sleep, and the pillows were 5 out of 5. What else? Location. The location of this hotel is a 5 out of 5. If you are coming to Moab and want to experience Moab, this can't be beat. With that said, there is not a hotel in Moab that isn't a good location. Do you agree on that?
Oh, absolutely. And let me give my coffee rating of a 5, because when I called down and said, hey, when's your coffee going to be out? 4:30 a.m. Coffee's out. hot, ready to go, and breakfast is rock and rolling at 6 a.m. And these guys are like a military organization here. It's pristine, it's clean, everything's set up, and it's beautiful. That's one of my pet peeves when I can't get my coffee first thing in the morning. So
Yes.
early morning coffee, 5.
Yes, 5 out of 5 for the coffee, and it was really good and piping hot. We usually judge the staff. I did not have any interaction, so I can't say, but Jeffrey came out and told me that the young man who checked him in had mentioned that, oh, I don't really need to go through everything with you, after he went through everything with him to make sure, because I see you've been here several times, which is always nice to be recognized for coming back to a place. And in the past, I think some of the staff here has been a little bit rude. So that was a nice upgrade to see that now they're so much more pleasant. And again, it's a newer hotel. They're working and striving to be the best because they have a lot more competition. And as you can see, all the other hotels booked up except for this one and one other one. So I would put this at the top of my list. I love the Element here as well. If I want to compare it to another hotel, I would stay either here at the Hyatt Place or at the Element in Moab, Utah. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Moab, Utah.